from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 69 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're preparing for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Singer. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice, because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 55 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Throwing on 1st down. Edmonds. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Edmonds. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd and 2, Edmonds. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Aviators have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Singer. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. the play fake. Singer. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now here's a carry heading left. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off play action. Singer. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
On 1st and 10, Singer. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Singer. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you.
And now, before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Oh, we got it. We got it.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Edmonds. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Bring it! Bring it!
Now a handoff looking right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Singer. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, Singer. He'll let this go for the end zone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Singer. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Edmonds. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Edmonds. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Aviators add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So this drive spans 7 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Let's go.
Miami set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Singer. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Edmonds. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that?
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Edmonds. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw. Singer. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Singer. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. The Eagles played well a week ago. They're doing it again as they try to run their mark to 2-0. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. The Ravens were losers a week ago, so they get the much-needed win at home in Week 2. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Bucks were winners last week, so they're trying to start their campaign at 2-0. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Edmonds. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Edmonds. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Edmonds. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
That was exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
To throw on 2nd down, Edmonds. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 65 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. on the inside handoff.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 35. Operating from the gun, Edmonds. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Aviators are able to widen their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble. But when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now a handoff looking right. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Under pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, That's where it starts.
Let's go. Let's do it.
When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Edmonds. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Four yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. Edmonds. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 1st down, Edmonds. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Edmonds. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Edmonds. Touchdown! That's caught. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Aviators are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Extra point right down the middle, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And out come the Dolphins now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Singer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Looking to throw. Singer. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Singer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Singer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That escapes the sack. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun, Singer. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up, right?
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing on 1st down. Singer. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Singer. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Yeah, they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far.
They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Singer. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down, Singer. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
On now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for our visitors, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.